This is my encounter with Dr. Geim. Dr. Geim sent me a friend request, and I jumped ahead and messaged him first, asking if he still wants to rent me his apartment. I knew he was a fake, and as always, I played the situation out. I asked him how much the apartment deposit is. These guys don't miss a thing. The doctor asked me how I was and wanted to know more about me, where I'm from, and all about me. And I said, "What do you mean? I'm your assistant." The doctor said okay and asked for my pick. I told him you have my pick on the company board. I see you every day at work, and I asked if he's finished with his lunch. The doctor said yes and asked for my WhatsApp. I asked him if he needs me to come to his office. He then said, "Send me your WhatsApp, followed by alaye," which is a popular Nigerian slang word often used to test people to see if they are possible scammers themselves or they're in with it. I said, "I don't have WhatsApp, doctor, and what does alaye mean?" He then said he wanted to know if I had Zangi, which is another chat app, and I told him I'm in the office. Just push the phone 23 and call me. He then sent me a link to his Zangi chat app username. I told him we have surgery in 30 minutes and I have no time for that. How much is the apartment deposit? He told me $500 and I told him I would pay it today, and how much is the rent? The doctor told me not to worry about rent and just pay the $500 deposit. I told him no, I will pay 3 months' rent at a time, and he said it is $945, make the payment now. I told him okay, I will pay you at the end of the day $3,335. Come on, doctor, we need to scrub in for surgery. He then asked me what method of payment I will use, and I told him cash, of course. We can talk while we're in the operating room. We're going to be late for the surgery. He asked where I'm located, and I asked him if he is Dr. Rod or not, and he said yes. So I asked him why he's even asking where I am. Stay focused. We have surgery to attend to, doctor. The doctor said he doesn't understand, and he had went somewhere else and forgot his debit card at home, and he's stuck here, is what he said. I told him I was confused as you're about to perform surgery. What are you talking about? I just saw you in the scrub room. The doctor said he left for something not long ago and now he's suddenly stranded and doesn't know what to do. I told the doctor, I can literally see you scrubbing up in the scrub room as we talk. The doctor said he's serious. He's not the one I saw. It must have been somebody else. I waited a bit and then he asked what I'm doing. I told him we just left the surgery room and you're finishing up on a patient. Who are you? Are you not the doctor? He replied saying he is a chosen. I said, "Chosen? What's that?" He then said he's not the doctor, but the apartment owner. I told him the doctor owns the apartment. What's going on? The doctor said he was teasing me. I asked who he was and why are you using the doctor's profile picture, and suddenly he was the doctor's true fan, bro. I asked him what's up with the name, and he said his name was Danny. I asked him if the doctor knows you. He said he wasn't sure and that they've never met, but he insisted he owns the apartment. I told him he shouldn't pretend to be a doctor and use the doctor's picture. No reason to lie. Danny said he wasn't lying, he was serious, and I asked him to describe the apartment. I don't think you know anything about it. The real doctor showed me the apartment. I told him I was counting the rent money and deposit. And Danny asked if I was a joke about business and that he is serious and to make the payment for the apartment. I told him I'll pay the doctor directly in person. I won't pay someone using his picture. I know the doctor owns the apartment. Danny then said to me that he was scammed for $8,000 last month, and now his wife is suddenly sick, and he was trying to explain everything that it is his apartment. I told him that he was trying to take over 3 grand from me. He then sent me a link to a chat app Zangi and gave me his Zangi user number again so we can message, and I told him no, I need to see the apartment in person. I asked how he was scammed, and then he gave me an address to an apartment for rent from a website of an apartment in Rio de Janeiro. I looked it up online and it was a huge business building. I told him, no, no, I need something closer to work. I'll just rent the real doctor's apartment. This Danny said he had another apartment closer and to, quote, patronize him. He then gave me another address to a random apartment in Rio for rent. He was just grabbing these off real estate sites at this point. I told him, no, I don't like that place either. I'll just stay in my studio apartment instead. It's cheaper and there's no deposit. He then told me, no, I swear, I own it, bro. Trust me, bro. Patronize me, bro. He then gave me an address to what he said was his doctor's apartment. I told him, no, that's not it. He replied saying, no, bro, that's it, bro. He then started insisting the prices of the apartments were lower than listed on the website that he gave me. He gave me a random real estate website, and I told him no, I found the one I want. It's the real doctor's apartment. This fake doctor kept saying, I have other apartments, bro. I can find you something, bro. Please, bro. Okay, bro. I'm gonna endure, bro. I told him to stop troubling himself and stop pretending to be a doctor. This guy must have been a younger man as he kept answering me with the word bro. Patronize me, bro. I have more apartments for you, bro. Let's make a business, bro. Choose an apartment, bro. I told him no. I have one. No point in going further. He kept saying he was scammed and now he rents apartments to people to do good, and I told him, well, I felt bad you were scammed, but if you have all these apartments to rent, you're wealthy. He then asked why I stopped looking, and he had hoped that I was not lying to him. He asked if I was going to send him $100 because he was scammed and that I felt bad for him. I told him no. Since you have all these apartments to rent, you have money. And he told me some of the apartments will be seized by the management company soon and to send $800 or let him borrow it from me. I told him, well, sell some of your apartments. He wanted me to rent one, and I told him I would meet with him in person on Saturday if he wants to show me an apartment, and I can rent it then for $800. He told me no, just send the 800 now, as I made his, quote, hopes fly. He then sent random addresses to apartments for rent in Rio and said I need to send him $800 now, and then Saturday we can meet up to look at the apartments. I told him no, we can just meet in person, and then I can pay, as this might be a scam. He replied, God forbid, Nigerian my foot to hell with the country. Trust the process. You will enjoy me, I promise. What an odd thing to say, I thought. I told him, okay, I'll meet you Saturday. I won't send money until we meet in person, and he told me he's human like me and can't scam someone. I know how hard it is to get money. Just send $500 now, and I'll be happy to end. I told him I'll bring 500 on Saturday when we meet in person. He said he's a man of his word, and don't be afraid to lose money, dear. He insisted I send money now and asked, what if my wife gets sick and she can't be cared for in the hospital with her kidney problem? I asked him, which hospital? Give me the name of the hospital in Rio. He said he didn't want to lose his wife and that I don't want to lose my money. I told him I'll come to the hospital then. My sister just so happens to work at the hospital, I told him, and I asked him what his wife's name is, and he said Juliet. I said, which room is she in, and what do you need the money for? He said his sick wife has medical bills. I told him, don't worry, my sister works there, she'll erase the bill, I'll come too. He said he's never heard of my sister, bro, just help me, bro. Don't put me through stress, bro. With due respect, just give me the money, is what he said. I told him to take care, and he kept going on about how he's not a scammer, just send the money, that's all you have to do. I told him, my sister can find his wife in the hospital, find her records. We'll be there tomorrow, and we'll take care of the bill. I told him it's hard to believe this conversation started with you trying to let me believe that you were a real doctor. He said that I got him wrong, and I don't know what he means, and I told him I don't like liars. He said, with due respect, he explained everything, and you don't know what you're talking about. He then said he could see what he was talking about and didn't know how to make the approach, and if I'd only had bad intentions, he wouldn't have spoken up. He stopped talking to me then and there. And it's funny how they play along with whatever you say to them if they think they might get money or gift cards off you. Well, I thank this person for sharing her story. A lot of these scammers will pretend to be doctors. They'll play along, and when their story falls apart or people see through it, they'll make up some other excuse saying they're an associate of the doctor or a relative or a fan club. In reality, when you're looking for an apartment to rent or looking for a car to buy, always meet in person. Never give gift cards or cash online or do any kind of wire transfers online. Make sure you meet them in person, get all your paperwork together, do your research, make sure it's legit. Remember, it only takes 15 minutes to research something. It can take a lifetime to get that money back when you're scammed. As always, take care, stay safe, and if you'd like to share your scam encounter, scammingscammers@gmail.com, drop me an email. Any screenshots or any backstory to it helps me to verify, and I'll narrate it into a video. Until next time, take care.